please welcome to the stage Klemens.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate you coming out to support a white male comic. As a lot of you know, we are a very marginalized group, so it is appreciated. No, for real, thank you guys so much. I cannot believe how many of you came tonight. I know, make some noise. I haven't made this many people come since I was like 23, so I feel great. I should clarify. It isn't because I'm selfish and bad, because I am. It's just that I haven't had sex since I was 23, so that'll do it. Yeah, thank you. I see we're gonna be a lively crowd tonight, Brooklyn. I am so excited to be here in New York filming my very first stand-up special. I'm a little worried, I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried that I'm just not going to be able to give as good of a performance as New York's very own NYPD dance team. Oh my God. For those of you who have been living your life without this knowledge and information, a local news network essentially did a story about a dance team that comprised of exclusively NYPD members. I guess it was supposed to be fun and humanizing. All people took away from it was that all of our tax dollars are going to the wrong place. What I took away from it is that I need Abby Lee Miller to rank them in a pyramid in front of their moms ASAP. That would be humanizing. New York is really one of my favorite places in the world. I just feel like there is no place like it. This morning I was in my Uber from my friend's apartment back to mine, and by the way, it was one of those rare unicorn Uber experiences where it was a woman driving the car. I felt so safe. I hit the UberX jackpot. And yes, it was UberX, okay? We are in a recession. Or that is what I tell people. I have no fucking clue. However, there's hope. There's a frat star who peaked in some institution called Phi Fuckadoo, who will happily correct me if I am wrong, so stay tuned. Yeah, so this woman Uber driver is asking me how my Sunday is. She's like, what are you up to? And I'm like, I have a show tonight, baby, I'm a star. No, I didn't do that. That would make us in an A24 movie. And if my life is gonna be an A24 movie, it's the one where the girl gets her head knocked off clean in the first 10 minutes. So I tell her I'm a comedian, I have a show tonight. And that, no, you absolutely don't know who the fuck I am. Don't start. There is something so indescribably humbling about being an internet famous, mainstream nobody entertainer. It is crazy. It's always, is there anything I would know you from? No. Unless you're familiar with my breakout role in shitting my pants while dyeing my head leopard print on YouTube, but I don't know, that one's a little niche, doll. So then she asked me, oh, what kind of stand-up do you do? And I can barely answer this question on a good day. Here I am, under-caffeinated. I'm starting to get extremely car sick because I've been staring at my phone to avoid eye contact in the rearview mirror. The worst. And then on top of it all, I have Beyonce's new album blasting, while I am also attempting to do my first ever try at seated choreo. And I'm giving it my all. So I was like, I don't know. I talk, it's just a bunch of tangents or something like that, because it prompted her for some reason, 0 to 100. She's like, oh, so it's like sitting in on your own little therapy appointments. And to remind you, I am pretty much dry humping her backseat to Tyrant off Cowboy Carter while trying to keep down the Dominoes I ate 5 hours before. I was like, yeah. That, exactly. When has blindly agreeing with someone ever worked out for me? What she said next was perhaps the most sobering thing I've ever heard. I mean, if Beyonce was singing her album live into my ear, I would have been able to hear this. This fucking Uber driver makes her attempt at stand-up comedy and goes, well, I can see that you are quite the psychological case study. I was like, ma'am, it's daylight. That is one of the greatest things I've ever fucking heard in my entire life. Are we kidding? Quite the psychological case study? We got the shot. That's a wrap. Anyways, I have to come clean. I have been trying to think about 9/11 jokes that I could make. And truly, it's not to be controversial, okay? It's not. I literally just want to do my impression of Mariah Carey at Global Citizens Fest, where I guess you don't want to hear about 9/11. Never in my life do I still even know what prompted her to say that. But I'm obsessed. Rent-free. That is my Roman Empire. Which I will go on a tangent. Why? I don't get the whole Roman Empire thing, okay? As a 7-year Latin scholar, wouldn't that clip of Mariah Carey be like my 9/11? Because I have hashtag never forgotten. Every day. I'm not saying it's appropriate, but anyways, I guess they really didn't want to hear about 9/11. Speaking of things that you shouldn't bring up at a family function, did you guys know that Pornhub has a random button? Oh yeah, baby. Our ancestors died for us to be here. There's a random button, okay? So in the name of research, I clicked the random button. And the first thing I got was titled Cock Inspectors. No punctuation, no capitalization, nothing. That was it. It was like a whisper. An Ariana Grande caption, just Cock Inspectors. I'm obsessed. I have no idea what it was though, and I am sort of annoyed because Cock Inspectors, is that like a play on an insurance inspector where a busty woman is gonna appear at the door? I'm here to inspect the value of, that cock. And then inspectors plural. Is there like a couple people coming to this appointment? Is there a department of cock inspection? That I would actually be in favor of my tax dollars going to, unlike the fucking NYPD dance team. So I hit the random button again in the name of research. And apparently I went to Brooklyn because I took the biggest L. Yeah, this title was, I suck off a real cock while you watch. Spoiler alert, you're a bitch. There I was at my computer, mouth agape, as if I was about to suck off a real cock. I don't know what about this title just felt so abrasive. There was a woman taking a sizable dick to the face, and in this scenario, I was still the one having to suck it up. That's crazy. So I hit random again, because third time's the charm. The video I get is far more, I don't know the word, but I do know the title. Red heart emoji, fire emoji, daughter swap. Besties fuck each other's stepdads. And that's when I really thought to myself, why didn't I run away on that Amish field trip in 3rd grade? I can guarantee none of them have seen that title. I did tell my friend this joke, however, and she was like, well, Chris, you know the Amish are fucking their animals anyway, right? Right? I was like, okay, wow, you really made daughter swap feel safe, sane, and consensual. Speaking of fucking animals, I just got a dog. Okay, you guys should really not cheer until I finish that because you all just supported a really weird part of Pornhub. But my dog is a fucking animal. She's a puppy. That pretty much means that hard drugs are back on the table. Like, we're doing like the positive reinforcement method, but you need meth to spell that. So, I mean, I got my first dog, Booger, when she was 4, which is like, I guess 30, 35 if I were a mathlete. I don't know, somewhere in that kind of range. But I say that because we both are pretty much under the impression it's really downhill from here. Like, we are coasting, you know? Like, she acts like she's stoned every day. I am stoned every day. So it like really works. Fast forward a year and I have a new dog. Wormy. And all of you have fucking said that every time I say her name, it makes you think of Stormy. And I can't give her a 5th name change. Anyways, she's a puppy. And I know that you guys are here for a comedy show, but I have other talents. I can give financial advice. A puppy is a horrible investment. In the first 24 hours of having this dog, I lost $250 worth of blankets. I didn't even know I had $250 worth of blankets. But when they get ruined with 4 different vomits, you notice. In the same 24 hours, I went and spent $510 and 4.5 hours at the pet emergency room. Yeah, that wasn't funny. That was like actually kind of scary. I like was like, oh my God, I just got this dog. She's gonna die. She just has anxiety, guys. It's all good. So now on top of paying for my antidepressants, I pay for hers. It's great though, because like some days we just swap and see what happens. No, I should say I am very against animal abuse. However, I am very pro watching my animals fall off of furniture. Holy shit, there is nothing more amazing than watching my dog try and get up on my bed, use all 23 pounds of her God-given might, falls and hits the floor. I will say that is also where I gain a ton of resentment towards her because she hits the ground and comes back up. I'm up here doing stand-up and I want to be sitting down. And I want to be staying down. What?
You got this.
Yeah, I do. Thank you. I'll take what she's having after this. Personally, my favorite part of live shows is hearing from y'all. So if anybody has any, you have your hand up. What's up?
So I got pregnant. Can I tell you something? Yeah.
I got pregnant. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
No, you just did.
Okay.
You know, you definitely did.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
You're gonna
yeah, cheers.
die.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is that a mocktail?
No, this is.
Okay, cheers.
Song.
Yeah, girl. Okay, cheers. Woo! This planet needs no more people.
You're gonna love this, Chris. So I get pregnant. All right. This was a couple months ago.
That's the one thing I've got locked down.
Yeah. And I don't get around by any means, but I'm like, okay, there's at least 3 people that could be the father. Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Right.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
No. My turn.
Okay, go.
My turn.
Go.
I don't get around a lot. Listen, I think everyone should get dick down and
Yeah.
fucking pussied up, and I don't give a shit what you're doing. As long as it's safe and sane and consensual.
Well, it wasn't safe,
No.
clearly. Yeah.
No, it wasn't safe apparently at all.
No.
So you don't get around a lot, but there's 3 possible suspects in a time of getting pregnant.
2. I would say. it was
Okay,
2.
and what
Yeah.
happened?
2 or 3. 2 or 3. Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
With
Okay. The fact is,
But
okay,
any
you were
Hootie
getting
Blowfish.
around
Yeah. Any Hootie Blowfish.
in a very
So-
celebratory way. I love that.
Right.
Just
So-
for the record.
I'm like, oh crap! I immediately make an appointment for Planned Parenthood, the most immediate appointment I could make.
No, I get it.
It was 3 weeks out. I'm like, I'm gonna be showing at that point. Like, I can't.
Wait, whoa.
Yeah.
No, you'd be showing 3 weeks?
Yeah, I would say like 2 weeks. Like, what's after the first
Oh,
trimester?
no, I'm not Okay, I just want to set the record
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
I'm not doubting this. I'm just learning a lot about pregnancy because one of my best friends just got pregnant. She's like, I'm not showing, and I'm like, but you're showing. But I'm like,
No, but you're showing.
yeah, claps to her.
It's like, it's big.
Okay, I'm taking it. Woo! I don't even know what we're cheering for, but love.
Okay.
You're pregnant, not pregnant? Let's go.
So I'm like, oh shit. It's gonna be too late. Like, I don't want to go under the knife to have this abortion, whatever. And I'd rather just take the pill. Okay. You can take a pill.
No, yes.
And
I'm just trying to really control what my face
Right.
does. I'm
You're
learning that
locked
I
in.
need
You're
to see
locked
the
in.
doctor for more Botox
Yeah.
immediately. I'm like,
no, I'm literally due for some. So I'm like, okay, who's the richer person? So I don't know who the dad is.
no,
So-
but that I know.
Yeah. So I call the richer person that could pay for this abortion.
Oh, I see.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely
So
get what you're
I'm
saying.
like, I call him. I'm like, hey, by the way, is this happening? It's $500. And so he sent
Did you
me
throw in a little extra for you, for your time?
$65 because I knew I wasn't sure.
That's your
I
worth?
felt bad.
No, girl, that should have
I
been
don't know.
100% upcharge.
I should have done it. You're so
65.
right. Next time, no, I'm just playing.
With inflation, too.
No, I know. But so he was like, oh my God, here's my Amex. And I'm like, bye. Bye. Right?
Anybody else? Is there a continuation of that? I would say if you have her consent. But that sounded like you don't.
Sorry, my English is a little bit.
Oh, no, okay, I'm the asshole. Noted. Okay, you're on the first date with the girl, and you're literally screaming out with your whole chest if you should fuck her? Is this real? Are you a paid actor? Would I hook up on the first date? Just ask that. Wow. I would love updates of what's happening later. Yes, I would hook up on the first date. I don't know if you heard. I have not had sex since I was 23. So, yeah, I would. I need ID on him. Now, New York is home to many of my fondest memories and wildest traumas. Yeah, there was this one time that I met, I guess you could say, Emma Watson. No, you all are like, oh, you're so smart and sexy, you met at NYU. No, babe, what show do you think you were at? Of course that's not how it happened. This is like one of the most humiliating moments of my life, by the way, which means you can find it in like 6 different corners of the internet. All you have to do is search like, Emma Watson gives audience members hugs, which, saying that out loud sounds like the 7th corner you'd find it on is makeawish.org. Like, what the fuck is that title? This is King Charles on a UNICEF trip to like some African village to give out hugs. No, that would never happen. King Charles would never hug a black person. But I digress. I can't stay in the royal family. I'm sorry if that's your thing. It's not mine. So it's freshman year, and I am 2 weeks fresh out of Delaware, which is like the whitest thing I've said in a minute, but here we are. I am just so stimulated by the culture shock of it all. And my 12th floor RA tells, like our floor, we had like floor meetings, and tells our floor that really take advantage of all the city has to offer. And I guess one of his recommendations was applying to the shows that you can be audience members in. And I was like, oh my God, sign me up. So I had more vigor in my life than I could ever imagine having now. It was crazy. I was just applying to shit because I could. I didn't even remember applying to the one that I ended up getting. So there I am a week later in my photography class, and I got the call. I made the team. No, I got an email and almost fucking laid an egg. The taping that I got was for the Anderson Cooper show. And they were promoting a new indie movie called Perks of Being a Wallflower, starring Ezra Miller, Logan Lerman, and Emma Watson. Now, I grew up on Harry Potter. Hermione Granger was like one of my many sexual awakenings. I was going crazy. I was like super virgin of the year at the time, so I'm like, ah! So I text my roommate Ben to come as my +1. And here's a fun story. Ben is here tonight. I didn't even think about this. So I text my roommate Ben to come as my +1 because we had talked about our love for Harry Potter, which is the second fucking whitest thing I've said in a while. I'm like, So he's like, oh my God, this is perfect. This filming is like the day before my birthday. What a great birthday present. I was like, sick. That means I don't have to buy something and take money out of the underage drinking fund. So we go to the Time Warner building in Columbus Circle. We watch the movie, and then we walk to the Anderson Cooper show to film it. And that's sort of when I knew Ben and I were both in some degree in the closet, because I don't think 58th Street has seen anybody skipping down it, ever. We were like losing our mind. A PA was like, it's okay guys, it's okay. They're not gonna do the taping without you. Looking back, I'm like, oh my God, she's most likely fucking here, honestly. So we get into holding and the producers, they're like, does anybody wanna ask the cast a question? I, for the last 4 years of high school, had a prescription to Adderall, and my eyes had never been so laser focused in my life. I stared down that fucking producer, and I threw my hand in the air to the point of almost dislocating my arm. Listen, I knew a business opportunity when I saw it, and that was the open door I needed to a picture with Emma Watson. It's really, like I said, the Delaware of it all. So we get seated 2 couches away from the stage. And the time comes to ask her a question, and the panic that took over my body, like I said, you can watch it. Helen Keller was watching it. I ask her some question of like, how do you get into the role of someone so different? I have no idea, but she is like bullshitting some answer. And I am just, oh my God, Emma Watson is looking at me and talking to me, and Anderson Cooper is holding this microphone. What the fuck is happening? Chris, you look crazy. Okay, good listening face, yes. Oh my God, what does she want to have sex? Like, what if this is, I'm like, Chris, stop. I mean, you can literally see me being like, pump the brakes, stop. So after Emma Watson gives her answer, couldn't tell you what it is. It's on video. My roommate Ben takes the mic and he goes, it's my birthday, I was wondering if I could get a hug. Excuse me, what? I brought you into this world, bitch, I'll take you out of it. So I did what Amy Winehouse did with Rehab, and I said, no. I followed that motherfucker up on stage, and after he got a hug, apparently I was there to promote my new movie, The Incredible Hulk, because I picked her up. I picked her up. No, I picked her up. Like Ryan Gosling would have lost the Oscar to this piece of media, because I picked her up. Silver Fox Anderson Cooper standing there goes, wow. So true, Anderson, thank you for that. I mean, this man has reported on presidential elections, 9/11, Hurricane Katrina, and even he hadn't seen a disaster like this. Audience members did not get a hug from Emma Watson. Audience members airlifted Hermione Granger off the ground. Audience members said it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Yeah, on a completely unrelated note, New York is also where I developed my affinity for marijuana, which is just my way of saying weed addiction. It's really funny though, because like for most of my life, I didn't really know what weed was. I mean, it's not like Hillary Duff was like singing about good kush and like rolling up and sparking a fatty. Like when it came up in conversation, I was like, oh yeah, like dandelions. Like my contribution was like, oh, my mom has a ton of it growing in the yard. I had no idea, but I was pretty much just telling everybody that my mom was Delaware's premier kingpin. I think it's crazy in 2024 that there is such a stigma around marijuana. I think one of the worst stigmas, okay, you, I'm gonna point at you and you're gonna say, I smoke weed, okay? That's great, I do too. This is called role play. You'll get it on the random button. Ready? Shh. How do you deal with the munchies? Shut the fuck up. I hate that question. How do I deal with the munchies? Not great, bruh. My clothes have never been baggier. How do I deal with the munchies? I pull up my phone, I order $50 of Uber Eats, a pizza, and raid my pantry of everything like an adult. What do you mean? Ugh! I hate people who ask that question. Reminds me of my other least favorite group of people, the people with stick figure families on the back windshield. Which, by the way, can someone tell them what a fucking condom is? I was behind one in traffic the other week, and that shit was crazy. I was like, can you even see out of the back of that thing? It was like a mother, a father, a stepmother, two sons, a daughter, a parrot, a partridge in a pear tree, and it's all next to a bumper sticker that says, Jesus is the way. Jesus died for like 3 of your sins, not the whole back windshield. Oh, that gets me. I don't know why, it just does. Okay. Another thing I hate, while we're on topic, being lied to. It was my junior year of college. I'm in the city, I get my first apartment. Also get my first Tinder account. Big year. It was a big year for me. So I matched with this older woman. And yeah, it was Meryl. I mean, this woman, had it all. She had the picture, on a hike. She had the picture with the ice cream. Someone's dog was involved. Then there was, the quintessential, hot bitch pose in the bar. It just was an all-American woman. So we match and we're talking, and she's like, hey, do you want to come up to my apartment on the Upper East Side? I was like, wow, considering that I moved in on Avenue D across from the projects and next to a police department, that yes came faster than I ever could have even then. So I'm approaching her apartment building, and I see her doorman, and I get rock hard. Literally, not because of how he looked, but because she had a doorman. The security at my apartment was an iron door that was locked maybe 13% of the time. So I go up to her apartment, I knock on the door, and she answers in some silk plunging, sure, skirt, I don't know, it's like what straight people call business casual. She looked very respectable and important. So it was then that I remembered that she was older, literally not because of how she looked or the fact that I was in the Urban Outfitters clearance rack. But her fucking apartment had 2 floors. There were stairs that were hers, not the fire escape. So I walk in and I'm like, holy shit. So she's pouring us a glass of wine and I hear a really loud thud above me. And I was just like, oh, okay. I just thought okay, it's her upstairs neighbor. Let's hope they have life alert. If not, that unit is opening up. Good to know. We're drinking the wine and we move to the couch and we're having as good of a conversation that any 21 and 37-year-old can be having. Fun fact, it was then that I learned that Guantanamo Bay wasn't a body of water. Thank you. Yeah, no, but what happened next was way worse than being in Guantanamo Bay. I can guarantee that. She looks down at her watch and says, ooh, I have to go put the kids to bed. Do you want to help or wait here? Kids? Plural? Babe, I am kid. I thought I was the only one in this equation. Anyways, so there I was reading a 3 and a 6-year-old a bedtime story, knowing full well that afterwards I could very easily be giving them a new sibling. Good night, Moon. Good morning, sisters! We put the kids down. Not like that, not the way I wanted to. We put the kids to bed after giving them a beautiful plotline for therapy in the future. We put the kids to bed, we go downstairs, finish our wine with each other. And I think what my body was feeling was a happy ending. But this felt anything but. I just had sex with this woman, and the most adult part of my night was reading kids that I had just met a bedtime story. That is real life, and it happened to me. You would think on all of her Tinder pictures, there would at least be the back of someone's fucking head, so I could be like, who is that? And then I'd be like, no, that's okay. I don't need an Uber driver in New York City to call me quite the psychological case study, okay? Thank you everybody so much for coming